Good morning. It's March 14th, 2023. Big day today. The CPI is coming out this morning, I believe at 8:30. I want to make it real quick. Short session. If I have time this afternoon, I might do a separate video deciphering the CPI data if I have time, but the market consensus is it's going to be not a good number. By that I mean the decline is going to be very minimal. I believe the consensus is the CPI is just gonna come down 0.1% from 5.6 to 5.5. Anything more is gonna be a good news for the market, right? Um, I believe January. I believe January was an anomaly as far as the CPI declined very little. But since the market has had a very bad few weeks, maybe some of the strong consumer spending that we see in the CPI in January will be less in February. We can only hope. The last thing we want to see is a strong CPI in addition to the weak financial market that we have right now with the banks. I don't need to go into that, right? We all know what's going on with the bank and why the Fed is expected to not raise by 50 bips next week because of the weak financial condition and how they have finally broke something that they want to break. Yesterday, I bought a few things, but most notably Goldman Sachs. I started to buy Goldman Sachs at 320 all the way down to 316 was my last purchase. I bought very small, but as you can see, this is the big support right here. Yes, it has come down and violate a little bit, and it has come down. Pretty ugly. Would I add to it? I wait until I see a green candle, two green candles to add to it, but I feel okay with Goldman Sachs down here. If you go back, let's go back 3 years to see. Yeah, this pandemic low right here, okay? Can you believe it? 3 years. 3 years, the pandemic low. Anniversary of the pandemic, yeah? So this is a key support here for Goldman Sachs. So I'm okay. I feel okay adding here, and I would like to add more, a lot more to my small position, but it need to stabilize. And let me see, what would I do to the position if I could? Besides adding, maybe sell to 90 put down here, way down here, should there be something wrong. First of all, depending on what's going on today with the market, I might set a stop of the low of yesterday as my stop. I don't mind being stopped out. My average is below 317, so it's not a big deal to lose a $1.50 or so on the position should something go really wrong with the financial market, with the banks. So at least set a stop. I will buy below if that happen. TLT. Yesterday, when TLT popped to the range where it couldn't hold before multiple times. Okay, there will be a day in the future where TLT will break through this 319 range and keep going. That day was not yesterday. It all depends on how weak, how contagious the banking sector is, right? So yesterday, yeah, when it was in the 108, 109, I hope people that have been watching me, follow me, took something off the table. That was crazy, right? A lot of people was buying early. and then watch TLT slide way back down here. So it's back to a range now where I would say if you sold at 108 and 109 up there, it's nothing wrong buying back at 105, right? Nothing wrong. You save yourself 2%. Why not? Sure, can I go back down to 102? It's possible, but at this point, I think the notion that this thing can go back down to below 100 is slim to none. Okay, it can still happen, but I feel pretty good of the range that TLT is going to be in. This range right here between 101, 100 to 108, 109. It's going to be a tight range. It might go sideways for weeks, if not months. So all depend on how strong or how weak the economic data is, and of course, how contagious bank failure is. Right now, it looks like it is. Is it contained? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I don't think it's a big problem, at least for Goldman Sachs. The other financial that I have position in is, of course, Bank of America. Now that was ugly. Okay, Friday last week it was in the range, but yesterday it fell out of bed. Now, would I add to Bank of America? Would I? I would, but I want to see a stabilization in the banks. If there's any banks that should do okay, come out of this mess okay, it would be, of course, Bank of America, JP Morgan. It's still in that range. I mean, I can draw this gray area all the way down here to this spot, right? We can look right here. So the zone is still pretty much in the zone, okay? Even though I didn't draw the gray area all the way down there, but it needs to hold here. Same thing, I will put a stop low yesterday. That's my plan. Set my stop, especially on this pop. Look like in the pre-market it popped, which is fine, but set my stop of the low of day yesterday in case something else go wrong later this week. It's all dependent on what the CPI data is going to say. That's key. All right. A lot of the consumer staples did okay. There was a flight to safety for sure, but there was a pretty ugly rejection here. I had a sell order. I tried to sell at 177. Didn't get there. Okay, it was there I think in pre-market, but it never got there after that. Let me see. Let me see where it was in pre-market. Yeah, see, look. Yeah, it was there. 177. I saw this. I placed my order. I missed it, and then on subsequent bounce, it never got back to 177. I thought about revising it down to 176.5, and by the time I did that, of course, I missed the rest of the day. Sometimes that happens, okay? Sometimes the multiple waves after the first wave never get to that spot. Sometimes it does. For those that follow me, you know there's always multiple waves up or down. So if you misses the first wave, I usually just leave the order there because it get there the next time. But Pepsi, that's fine. I have a position, small position, not doing anything more there. I was adding to Coke. I think I have more Coke right now, more share, more in dollar term. Yeah, when I see anything near 59, I'm buying. Okay, I'm buying. I think Coke will do okay, especially in this tough environment and less inflationary pressure. The margin will likely expand. The one area that I want to add, it was oh so close, McDonald's. I had an order down here. Looked like it didn't get there and looked like it's gonna probably stay in this tight range. So McDonald's has traded a tight range for a while, but I'm just gonna be patient and wait. Okay, no need to chase it here. No need. Let's take a look at big box target. It is at the zone where I would like to buy, but I'm waiting for the gap fill down here. Okay, so for me, gap fill, in fact, let's put an alert there so that we know. Buy the dip. Okay, so yeah, gap fill. If we get down there, I buy a few share and then sell puts at 150 and below. Okay, do a put spread like maybe 150, 145, something like that if there's enough juice, or outright sell a naked put at 150, 145 down there. Yeah. Walmart is at that area if you want to buy. Okay, I like it here. I dislike Walmart for a while compared to Costco, but it's here, it's now. Okay, if you like to buy Walmart here, not a bad idea for sure. Okay, I like it down there. Costco, same thing. I don't hate it here, but I'd rather wait for the gap fill below. Okay, to me, Target, Walmart is much more attractive than Costco at this point. It's not bad, but I'd rather own Walmart is my top choice, and then Target, and then Costco. The one area that hold up okay, of course, is the healthcare, UNH. I have some put spread at 450, 445, 440, way below here. So I feel pretty safe for now. But last week, I basically have 3 put spread last week that turned out to be a very small gain because I closed the 462.5 put spread early, and then I closed the 460 put spread Friday with a little gain. But UNH down here is okay. ELV, same thing. I have put spread down here, and if you want to be safe, sell it at 440 down there. Okay, 440, 420 put spread, way down there. I don't mind getting assigned the share either at the 440 level, but that's how low my put spread is. Okay, the other sector that I was watching and trying to get in, LH, it got there. Okay, I was waiting for 220. Would I like to add share here? I did not buy. Okay, I had a buy order in at of course 215. It didn't get there, but if it stabilizes here and goes sideways, I will start to nibble and add some share to LabCorp. It's at the zone that I like. Okay, I like it here. It's hard to play put or put spread on LH because they only have monthly options, not a whole lot of action in the option area. DGX, the competitor, also at the zone that I like to buy. See, look, pretty good support. Sure, when it break, it come down to the next level. So I wouldn't mind adding here, or I don't have anything right now, but my buy order was 132. I was waiting for it to come down, but it was pretty ugly. Okay, it's been an ugly 2 months. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, that's pretty ugly. But it's time. Very close. My order is down there. Same thing here. Only monthly options, so it's not a whole lot I can do with monthly options, but I would add share at 132. Then real close. Drug stock, Eli Lilly. I trimmed some, 5% of the position on this move right here. I got out at 331. I sold twice, 328 and then 331. Would I had more order too at the 332-ish, but that didn't go. What do I do? Would I add the share back? I would rather sell put down here. Okay, I would sell put say at 310, 300 put spread. Would I buy the share outright down here? Yeah, below 310, below 315, I would buy back the share that I sold up here. Why not? I like Eli Lilly at this juncture. The other drug stock that got walloped the last 2 months, of course, is my position in Pfizer. The buyout news, as far as the business, the company that they're buying, I heard good things. But I'm not a fan of any buyout because when you have a purchase, right, the stock that doing the buying usually got arbitrage as far as short seller short the stock, and then they go long on the company that is being acquired until, of course, the deal is complete. So there are some arbitrage going on where people will sell short Pfizer and go long on the acquiring company. That's what happened with Amgen, right? Now Pfizer had more money because they got all kind of COVID money for the vaccine, so they're using that cash to buy. Would I add to Pfizer? Not right now. Okay, I would rather see Pfizer go sideways, but if it break the 20 MA, yeah, why not, right? When it's a 10% move, if Pfizer can break the 20, then there could be a run to the 50. 10% profit there, I will take it. Now the other one that also have a buyout is, of course, Amgen. I talked about that over the weekend. Pretty ugly move, but it came down to support, right? And bounce. Would I buy Amgen if there's a retrace to support? Yeah, I think so. Now, it could be also a buy on the breakout over the 20, right? So it could be a nice run from 234 to 248. So for traders out there, if you're quick, if you can get over the 20 MA and hold, you could have a nice run from 234-ish to 247, 248. There's profit to be made there. BIIB, Biogen, came down to the area that I think better hold. Where would I buy? Maybe at the 200 MA, maybe, right? So I like Pfizer, I like Amgen setup more than Biogen. But I've been watching and waiting. Gilead, same thing. If it stabilizes here, it might be a buy if you like Gilead, but I prefer Amgen way over Gilead and Biogen right now. Let's see, Johnson & Johnson also got pretty beat up, but it is at support. Would I buy J&J, add to it? Maybe, right? I like J&J, but I have been out. I had enough exposure with Eli Lilly and Pfizer as well as Glaxo, so I didn't want to add any more to the sector, but I did buy a little bit of XBI. Okay, so XBI came down to key support area, bounce. Would I add to XBI? If it goes sideways, I might add to the small position, but I think it's okay here to add of course, maybe a tight leash to take profit at 81.5 ish, between 81.5 and 82, maybe to 84, but for sure that's the area of exiting in that range right there between 81.5 and 84. Okay, let's see where else would we look. Let's take a look at defensive stock. Lockheed Martin. I had a put spread. I have a small amount of share. I was looking to buy. I did sell a put spread yesterday down here, 460. I think my put spread was 460, 445. Would I add at 466? Yeah, I would. So any weakness in Lockheed Martin down to the 50 MA, I would add to it. But where I would add a lot is down here, 445. Okay, so to me, that's the spot to buy a whole lot. Small position for now. I probably use the 50. I would add here maybe, or maybe set a stop and buy down here. But I like exposure to Lockheed Martin. If you like Martin Marietta, it at the buy zone. Okay, the risk reward is going long here, or at least sell put at 325 if you want to. I believe Martin Marietta also only have monthly options, so it's tough to play options with this stock. But if you want to go long, this is the spot, right? Down here, see, key support. Sure, can it break? Yes, it can. Let's see. Let me do a quick trend line here to see where it can drop to. All right, as you can see, if this failed to hold for whatever reason, then you might look at 318, right? So if you want to sell put, maybe do a 315 to protect yourself. Definitely nothing higher than 320 as far as selling puts there, but I like Martin Marietta here at this price. Okay, down here between 335 and 328, buy zone. VMC, the competitor, of course, very similar chart pattern, right? Where can this go? 37. Let's draw a trend line right there. Okay, so if you want to wait or sell puts, 160, right? I think 160 is a pretty decent area to sell puts below. You have this uptrend support, perhaps that will hold, or you can wait and buy share outright at 163 down to 161. Yeah, I like both MLM and VMC at this price. Let's see, I did sell a put spread on Lulu way down. Okay, my put spread was, I believe, 280, 270 down here. I like it down here, but definitely tight leash on it, right? Because if this thing give, we can see 260 in a hurry. So if you want to play it, maybe do 275, 250, something like that down here. Play safe. Lulu. Oh, let's go with Palo Alto. Nothing there. It's been a while since I owned Palo Alto, and it's at key support here. The risk reward is just not in it right now. But if you're long, at least use the 20 MA as your stop, right? Or low of day yesterday, because if this give, you might see the gap fill way below. You do not want that. You do not want to give all this gain up. If you have been in it, hopefully you have trim, set your stop, because it at that point, okay, key spot here, do or die as far as holding the big gap up and the 20 MA, the confluence, right? So if this fail, you can see a lot of pain below. CrowdStrike. Uh, it's at support. Yeah, see, this stock I like CrowdStrike, but risk reward not a whole lot here to be excited, right? Because it can give. Would I buy it down here at 110? Yes, down 110. That's better than here. I would chase it. If you have it, keep your eye closed on the 130, 132 level to trim, to get out, right? Last one on this sector, Fortinet. All right, so the 20 MA, nice rejection here. It barely support, okay, barely. Down here, to me, better area to go long on Fortinet is right here. You get the gap fill, right? And then you get the confluence of the all the MA to get the 100, the 200, the 50. So I would rather sell or put at 54 and below, and outright buy the share down here at 52 to 53. Yeah, that's a better play than chasing it here. I think that's good enough for today. We'll see what the CPI say, and if I have time, I will do a video breaking down the CPI components. Good luck. Be careful.